afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on folks. It's your man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we just had to wrap up one last show before we head out of May, and also this is still Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow will be Memorial Day, so salute to you who have served this country, who have made sacrifices. I do not say thank you because you're not providing a service. I say as a citizen, I appreciate the sacrifice you have made for us as citizens of this country. So, folks, we have a lovely lady who made a return. As you know, I had her here a while back when interview. I think it was a little bit right after she did Texas Pro. She did a couple other shows and recently, and she was at the Emerald Cup where she was top 3 in women's 40 plus. Can you believe this woman's like, you see her body? I mean, you would think she's over 40. I mean, dang. I mean, we have here a beautiful island girl from Barbados, the lovely Mrs. Donna Jones. Welcome back, madam. Yeah, there you go, Paul. There you go, Smokes. You got a little pump. You got a little flex there. So you hope you're happy. So, don't be asking for no damn flexes. She flex. This is why I say this, guys. When they flex willingly and wantedly, that's not a problem. Not going to ask for flexes. So thank you, Annie, for doing that. So there you go, Smokes. Put on your lotion, your tissue, you're good now. So, ma'am, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Sorry I had to put you out like that. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. So, what's you been up to since because last year you competed at the Ultimate Classics. That was over this weekend. Shout out to Richard Darius who won it. And also, you are also planning on doing some other shows this coming year.
Yes. So after the Ultimate Classic, we decided that we was gonna go on a short off season, and do some improvements uh to my lower back and some quads and bring my quads up some more and stuff. So and that's what we did, and I think that we have accomplished what we set out to do in that in a little short space of time. We really did some really hard work and stuff like that, thanks to my coach, uh, Chris Darby, Superman. Yeah, he's awesome. He's one of the best in the industries, and I mean, this man is he's more to me than a trainer. You know, we've been together now for let me see, he's been training me now for almost going on 11 years since 2015. Yeah. So yeah, he's the one that knows me inside and out, pretty much. And for the type of coach that he is, I would never want to, go with another coach because I have no reason to. He is solid, just solid. He knows me better than myself sometimes. And I like that in a coach because, he doesn't sugarcoat anything for me. You know, it's hard work and it's dedication. You put the plan together, and I follow it to a T. And that's why you see that when we hit the stage, we pretty much in that first call outs. Most of the time we go for battle. You know, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was impressive lineup. I mean, you were the top 3 along with Robin Mays, who's already qualified for the Masters Olympia this year. I think Robin,
Yes.
I heard she's planning on doing Toronto because she did an interview with a guy I know. His name's Glenn. He runs his own magazine, which is called Amazon Fit Magazine, which is dedicated to women in bodybuilding.
I saw it.
Yeah, she's supposed to be doing that show. Also, Oksana Parari, who was at that show too. She
Hmm.
just did New York Pro. A
Hmm.
impressive lineup. Some of
Yes.
you y'all ladies, especially y'all ladies in your mature age, you bring a certain level of
Yes.
muscle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is so awesome. I think I been up against her before, like Optima Classic. I think several years ago, and yeah, she's always came in good for all her shows that I know of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We have one of my guests is my man KL the Wonder coming through. He says, good afternoon to you, brother." Also, he says this. He says, Wow, what big arms you have. Oh yeah, yeah. That's all they wanted to say. It also says, Miss Jones, I love your Barbadian accent. Gaia.
Thank you.
All right, he's from New York. He's around a lot of people from the islands like
From the
that.
islands, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's from New York.
Yeah.
He's actually family from Africa originally. And I call him. He's the African American. I'm black, so that's the big difference. So okay. Now what? Now you say you're taking some time off after the Emerald Cup. What was the review and critique from that show?
I don't think I got any reviews because I mean we already knew what we needed to do. So, but I didn't ask. No, I did. I'm sorry. See that's the prep brain. The I did ask the head judge, and she told me that my front that I need to bring up my shoulders and my front relax. I think that was one of my problems. So she said that I need to I need to work on my front relax shoulders more. But she said that everything else was good. She said the posing and everything was good, but my front relax. So she said I look kind of she said when I do the relax, I look like I was flat across and not
Like even?
even. Yeah. hmm So
Yeah.
we did work on some my shoulders and stuff like that too. We did more posing and all that kind of stuff. Just to because I do have some arthritis and stuff like that in my shoulders. So sometimes when I get like really tight, my shoulders doesn't roll as well as I would like them to. So I've been getting a lot of work done, spending a lot of time posing, a lot of time doing when I do my shoulder workout and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think I've improved a lot, especially here at the Emerald Cup. I can see that I have improved a whole lot in that.
Yeah. So who you working with your posing coach this time?
Hmm.
Who you working with your posing coach? Who's your posing coach?
It's still Chris Dari, but I have this lady named Macy. She's pretty good. She's also like a figure. I mean, physique pro also, and me and her work one on one together.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's one thing. That's
Yeah.
one thing opposed to about, especially when you are a competitor. Is posing is very important because,
Yes.
and that's why I tell guys don't ask for flexes because they do enough poses during the week, and they don't need doing flexing
Mhm.
because that
Mhm.
that's a lot of wear and tear on you. I can understand with arthritis. Right now, I got
Yeah.
issue here in my shoulder. It might be a rotator cuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hesitating about surgery. I can say arthritis.
I
I'm
know.
genetically predisposed. I'm 50 now. I'm about to be 51. I found out I had arthritis about 4 or 5 years ago. We start creeping in because sometimes you getting up in the morning and feel like what it's cold and it's just start hitting your bones like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
folks, what we gather here, what she also is asking y'all folks is that I left this in the comment section of this video. Like a lot of these competitors, there's a lot of costs of bodybuilding. And it wouldn't hurt because I know I say this like a lot to help out these competitors. These ladies, they have a lot of time out, especially she's a mother, she's working, but still a little help. So, folks, if you look here, this is a link to her GoFundMe. And also you can find it in the comment section. So if you would like to help, because like I said, she wants to shoot for the Olympia, she wants to shoot for the Masters Olympia. If you want to help by sending donations, reach out with genuine interest. But guys, you know my rules. Don't be that weird guy. Apex. Stop it. I know you got like she's a beautiful chocolate sister. Those muscles get you guys excited. But guys, stop it. But what we're gonna do here while we gather here, and we're gonna jump into her social media for a little bit. You want to follow her, check out the links. You know my rules, guys. Don't be weird. Be respectful. So here we go. Right here. And this is some pictures like here from when you were at um the Emerald Cup show. And
Mhm.
this is the front. This is front relax. That's the pose, like a starting pose, you know.
Mhm.
And it told you the fact that you wasn't as even.
Well, not on this one here. That's the that's last year at the Ultimate Classic. That's the feedback that I got. But I didn't get any feedback from this show. Uh we left kind of early, after I got off stage because my we were a little upset about the placing. So we left kind of early for that show, so I didn't get any feedback.
Yeah, that's the thing is sometimes you don't like I say. I know it's hard. You come in here, you want to win. It's a lot of bodybuilders have that, Ricky Bobby mentality.
Yeah.
If you don't win, you come in second, you're last. But like I said, that was a tough lineup. You have Natalia
Oh
Bastora, who's
yeah.
making her Natalia Bastora, who make her American debut. This lady is in. She's also in her 50s. Her body's crazy,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
you had Susan Graham at that show,
Mhm. Mhm.
and she is just her body's just in great shape, especially she's in her 40s. And here's just pictures from the Emerald Cup. That's a show
Mhm.
where it is a master show, and it's I think I interviewed a young lady who got her. She did 35 and plus. That's Lisa Hutchins. She's one
Mhm.
woman's 35 plus, and you were in the top three at this show.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But like I said, you look pretty good. I mean, like I said, again, Robin's just she's a genetic freak. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
and can you believe the woman's almost 60 and still
Almost
has
60.
yeah,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
gotta, and like I talk about this, that a lot of you ladies who start hitting that muscle maturity, it's just, like right here, this little here, her working out here, look at her back, look at her shoulders, guys. I mean,
Mhm.
wow. Like what's the thing you feel like you need to work on the other than the shoulders, what else you feel like you need to work on the most?
Sorry about that.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. My phone was just
Yeah.
ringing.
All right, that's all right. What's one thing you feel like you need to work on the most besides the shoulders?
Just my lower lats, to bring up my lower lats some more, and pretty much that was it. They said my posing is, pretty much is. They said I flow really well, and I execute my posing, and but I guess it's different when you get on stage because the nerves kicks in and stuff like that, and you kind of you know f- forget some of the things that you need to do. But we've
Yeah,
been
because
we've been go ahead.
you've been competing for quite some time. Like you said, at least you've been pro since 2015. You still get
Hmm.
nervous on stage,
Yeah, I mean it's it's I don't get nervous until I get there to like the lineup. To when you get there to the lineup, when you coming through the little thingy and you're just getting ready to go there, I think the nerves kicks in there. But when the lights hit me, sometimes the nerves go away, or sometimes I just feel like I'm like in a different world, and I just want to just like showcase everything and just like show them why I'm here, why I work so hard to be on this stage. Um, I just love to be up there with these other ladies, and just being a part of all of the hard work that I've put in. Me and my coach over that session. I just want to show people, hey, at this age, anything is possible. My kids, I have kids that my children that they still look up to me like, oh my mom, you even though that you're this age, nobody believes that when they see you that you that age, because the way how you look and the way how you're healthy and how you carry yourself. My kids, every time we go somewhere, they be like, and people say something, they were like, wow, it's everywhere you go, mom, people just give you compliments about how you look, because all
Yeah.
your hard work just shows all the time.
Well, that's good because children, we love our mothers. I love mine. She really supported me. Here she is working out with Big Jane. Oh, Big
Yes.
Jane. Yeah,
I enjoy that time with her. And
yeah,
she was getting ready for her show also that year.
yeah, because she did her pro debut
Yes.
in California. She
Yeah.
was going to do New York, but then she had injury that happened too because I interviewed her a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, and the injury put her
Hmm.
back. But now she's going to do Toronto, so that's going to be her first show for this year.
Yeah. She told. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean
We
she's
stay in touch with each other. We pretty close.
that's good. Having relationships,
Hmm.
especially in this sport, because being women, it's tough because
Yes.
the view of people like you're from Barbados, as you know, that's very masculine, traditional kind of culture. And the
Yes.
thing is, it kind of being a woman with muscle is a totally different level. Like, because remember in our last interview, you mentioned that we ran track back in the day, and
Yes. Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's one
Yeah.
difference between being an athlete and being a track star and being a bodybuilder. Hello,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm still
yeah,
here.
that's it. Yeah, that's I said. It's being an athlete and switching from running track to being a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I when I finished running track, I I didn't even do anything for years and years and years. But I mean, I stay active and I stay in the gyms, and work out and stuff. But I didn't find bodybuilding until I think till I went through a divorce, really sad divorce, and I think that's when I really find something that I could hold on to, that was something that just brought me out of that dark place that I was in, and I was I was thankful for it. At first, I didn't want to do it, but I was with this coach back then, and they were at this gym where a lot of other bodybuilders were, and I think I was getting ready to turn, I think like 45 or so, and I was like, okay, well, let me try something, new, something that just me, you know, that can hold on to. And I did, and of course, I was scared out of my weights, and stuff like that. And after that, it took off, and I've never felt so much alive after that in my entire life. I felt like I had turned a page in my life, and I was like, born again, new again. It really brought me out of that dark, place that I was in.
Yeah, I've talked to quite a few ladies. I've been doing this for a while now, and the conversation I have with you ladies, the stories I've heard, like a couple ladies told me that they got divorced because they got into bodybuilding because they were changing their look of how they was as a woman. Some ladies who told me that they got it because of dealing with being overweight, you know, some mental issues, spousal
Mhm.
abuse. You went through a divorce. I think it's that sport that really, because of the discipline, also the fundamentals of the sport, can really help people, especially if you were ex-athlete and just something
Yeah.
for you to do. Here we got here from a man. Shout out to a man, KL, as he says this is me. He says, stop trying to entice us, George. I don't entice you anything. You're the one looking at the videos. Also, it says nice posing video. Yeah, I think she does. He says this. He says, nice physique. He likes your physique. And also, he has
Thank
a question
you.
that says, so the Emerald Cup was your recent show. What place you were again?
Third place.
Yeah, because I know because you were like Oksana was second and Robin was first. There
Hmm.
was quite a few ladies that were I think like there was like two other ladies also interviewed there at that show, and I give them a shout out on my social media platforms. Yeah, I mean I know it's tough because you work and train and you
Yeah.
put that time in. You say, you know what, this is my chance. This is my chance. And then
Yeah.
he saw the list. He saw who he honestly. Please don't be in the best shape. Please, please.
Mhm.
He saw his Robin and said, "Ah, shit, here we go again."
Yeah, and most of the ladies back there, they will be like, "Oh my God, look at your back and and those glutes," and like, wow, they were like, I ain't seen no glutes tie in like this," as we lining up and stuff like that. Like when we go on stage and did all individuals and come back, they were like, "Wow." But that's what I love about it, because we can give each other compliments and stuff like that, and just be like, and build each other up. It's not only about, like, well, I would like, but I look better than her, or she looks better than me, or whatever. But whenever we came off of that stage, we, hug each other, or give each other high five and stuff like that. It's a bond, you know, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, the thing is that I know there's some good, friendships you gain in this sport over time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like I said, you still have to compete each other because there's some rivalries,
Oh
but you
yeah,
understand your real competition is not so much that person on stage, it's yourself.
it's yourself.
Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
because you have to really bring your best condition, and
Yes.
sometimes you might have a little doubt, but if you put in the work and time just like anybody else,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got you can go as far as you like. Here we got a comment from my man Kelly. He says this. He says, "You have pretty daughters." It's popped up. There he goes. And we're talking because like you have one daughter, and the rest of you had adopted. I know you a while back. I heard that one of your children passed away. Was
Yes.
was
Last year, actually, that's right after the Ultimate Classic. Yeah,
yeah.
in August. Hmm.
Yeah, it's tough because I never had children, but my mother, she had to bury three of her own. I had a brother that was born, died in childbirth. My oldest brother is going to be almost 22 years since he passed, and my sister is going to be 8. And it's tough because you have to put your mindset and worry about the other children, but then it's
Yeah.
hard to. And this is even though this is not your own child, you raise that child and you put your
Yeah.
life and
Yeah.
love into that
Hmm.
child.
Hmm. Hmm. Or you remember back in when I first came back out and 23, as I was on that stage, my mom had just passed that uh you know the week before. So it's like every single time that it feels like every time I like I'm getting ready to do like a really major show, is always something, that always that comes up that really takes that could take me out completely. But I try. I know for my parents, they always love to see me run, a track. And the year that I turned pro, my dad died also. And he always used to be the one that you would call me, and like, how did your show go and stuff like that. And I know none of my parents would have want me to, not go through with anything, because they don't want for me to regret, like, not doing something that would, push me forward or so. So I did that show, and I did the song. The song that I did was for her, by Rihanna. And the next week, I was on a plane going home to her funeral. So while I was in Louisiana for my show, I already know that my daughter, we were I was preparing for her, actually, because what the doctors tell me and stuff like that. And she lived a good life, because she wasn't intended to live that long. Even the other two that I have, they live past what the doctors have said. So I know, with the treatment that they get, the care that they get taken care of, they're gone past live past years uh of what they're given to live, you know and
Mhm.
for me, that's a blessing in my heart.
Well, I know you are a good mother and you gave those children love. And I think most people it's sad that people don't want to take care of their own kind, their own family, because there's an issue, because of the disability, they're sick. Like I
Yeah.
said, I stood by my mother when she was sick, and when she passed away, it broke my heart a bit. But she raised me to be an adult and do what I want to do. And doing this content helped me also dealing with her stuff too. I can tell you, like I said, never had children, but when you lose a parent, like I said, my father and mother, my father, we weren't as close, but before he died, we made our peace as men. And and that was it. My mother, she was my woman. I took care of her. She took care of me. And to lose her like that was just, it was tough. But it's good that you still have your other children. And we were
Yeah.
talking earlier. There's a new member of the family.
Yes. My grandson, his name is Lukey. Well, Luke. Luke Patrick. Yeah, he
Oh,
just turned one. Yeah. He is so awesome. And it hurts me because I don't get to spend as much time as I want with him, because I'm basically like, if I'm not, I'm training, I do personal training and training myself, and then sometimes I'm so tired, you know and drained, that I don't get to like see him a lot. But I know after these shows, I'm gonna make sure that I go get him and spend as much time as possible with him. But yeah. Yeah, he's a new
I
member.
I know I know my mother, when she raised two of my oldest nephews, and she was pretty much a great grandmother to great mother and great great grandmother, great grandmother to her grandkids, and they loved her. And that's the thing about you grant my sister. She has my oldest nephew has a daughter, and she sometimes stays the weekend with her when he has her. And then and then you know and then she one time she said to me, say, you need to have a baby. I said, why do you have a baby for? Because I can love him. Say, whoa, 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 whoa. That's my baby.
Marcus the love.
If I have a if I have a baby, my fear is, see, if my other sister was around, my other sister Mary, when she was around, if I had a baby, I would never see my child. Between my sister baby and my sister Mary, my child would call one Mima, one auntie. Well,
Hmm.
probably call them both Mima and call me Uncle George. No, I'm daddy. Why you call me Uncle? I'm daddy. Say, Mima
Hmm.
told me to call you. Say, call. See, she could probably call my sister Mary because she's the oldest. Because my sister baby, she's the oldest. She turned 67 just last week, and call her grandma, and call my sister Mary Mima. And
Hmm.
me and my girl have to say, hey, we're not your uncle, we're your mama and daddy.
Hmm.
Come on. Y'all just love the royal babies. We have your comment for a man. Shout out to a man, K. He says, shout out, he says, do a lot of people in the audience cheer for you majority of the time? Like, do you like, you have a big crowd that comes when you come see you compete?
Um, not that, I mean, it's from here, but I have people in the audience that would, I mean, when I'm finished, that would come up to me and be like, "Wow, what beautiful physique you have," and stuff like that, and and cheer for me and stuff. I could actually hear people cheering, even if it's not people that I know, but people in the audience, they do cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is about, there's those guys as we are. And I admit my crime, I must have personal. Some of y'all ladies. Y'all just those buff you, especially black women. I love beautiful black muscles. It's just beautiful. It's just the combination of complexion and the muscle. We get I get a little excited about it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a dog chasing cars. I don't know what to do if I get one. So. And it's just, I think there are people that really enjoy. Like right now, we're going to have a little thing tomorrow. We do live. We talk about a situation going on. As you know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic has just raised up the prize money for the men open. Here's the thing, people. Arnold, even
Oh
though
yeah.
it
Yeah.
has his name on it, he's not the one who's putting the money so much. But I feel like this, y'all ladies, y'all put as much time in, and and you put as much work. And I think if there was, like I said, the prize money was a little better. When which, okay, if someone like Andrew Jack can walk away like maybe $7,000 for third place, maybe, like, I know people like Robin should be. I'm not saying she get the same price as the men, because you're not gonna always get the men, because the men bring the attention. But at least if you get, like, okay, if Robin got like $30,000 at the at the Ultimate Cup, and $20,000 for Oksana, $10,000 for yourself in the top three. That'd be a nice
Mhm.
little chunk of change. That could take care of a lot of stuff because
Yeah,
bodybuilding.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And I'm telling you, with the friends that I have here, um, and even some of my clients, just buying a couple boxes of eggs and just like here you go, you know, add that to your collection. you know, um, or some of them sometimes will be like, oh well, I have some chicken or something that that we have for you. All those little things count because food is very 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 expensive, you know. And people that know me, you know, some of my nurses that even work with my kids will be like, here you go, $50, go help buy you some beef and stuff like that. You know, I really have people, even in my church. I have a church body that I, oh my God, that I truly, truly, truly love. My church people, my pastor is like, I don't even know if I'm even lost for words. When I'm getting ready to do my competitions and stuff like that, they pray for me, you know, they cheer for me. These people are 110% behind me. And I just love the blessings that, you know, that I'm surrounded with. I cannot even, you know, like complain. You know, sometimes I get blessings from my church, you know, my daughters and stuff like that. My daughter right now, like, they have a camp going on, and they just told me like, okay, well, she gets scholarship to go to the camp because, again, I got it's a paid camp. You know, all these is things that my church people, my sisters and brothers, does for me and my family.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah,
was always told, God is good all the time. All the time, God
all
is
the
good.
time, all the time.
Nah, I'm
And I
not. Yeah, I'm not a big church person. I haven't been to church in maybe 5 or 6 years, but I do have faith, and that's important to have that. And it's good to have people
yes,
like that in your corner,
yes,
and it's like pretty much you're being sponsored in a way because
yeah,
sponsorship does help y'all ladies. Come
mm-hmm.
across like, and the under this. Oh my God, we got a mess right now. The price of eggs is going high, the cost of
Oh,
everything. And you're in Texas,
mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm,
that's beef country. You might as well
mm-hmm.
say, yeah, it's beef country.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
sure. Yeah, we have your comment from shout to my man XA Gucci 23 coming through. He says, "Salute, brother George and Queen Donna. Thank you, brother."
Oh,
Also, he
thank
said,
you.
"This from my man KL. He says, condolences on the loss of your child. And
I
also he
appreciate
says,
that.
also he says, congratulations on being a grandmother. Yeah, that's great. And
Oh, thank you.
also he has a question. He says, this he says, how were you in track and field as an athlete in terms of performance?
I was good in track. I mean, I got a track scholarship from Barbados to go to Abilene Christian University, and we pretty much dominated Division two track and field there. So I can say that I was one of the best.
Uh, So like Scarface, I'm one of the best. I'm the best that is, the best that was. I'm like Bret Hart, the best that is, the best that was, the best that will be. But yeah, a lot of ladies, a lot of like I think a lot of quite a few ladies who transition from track to bodybuilding. Mila
Mm-hmm.
Ash is one. There's Linda Murray. I mean, you track girls. I say this, y'all be built, y'all like stallions. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no. You'll call a woman stallion. Y'all like mares. Y'all the legs and everything, the muscles, the
Mm-hmm.
blowout.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember. I remember this time this guy told me like when he used to work on. He used to be the equipment guy on the track back in the day when you didn't have the thing you had to put your feet in and hold the blocks, and then
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and then he used to love sitting behind y'all women because y'all I just yeah, you got to think about sisters, y'all be running hauling, but y'all be hauling a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, but yeah, track is I will say one of the most popular divisions, one of the popular sports. Uh, 2028 is coming up. Uh, did you watch the Olympics? 2024.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
yeah. Were you
yeah,
rooting for Barbados? Like we root for USA, America, America.
yeah. I didn't make it to the Olympics there. I almost did, but I didn't make it. But you know, and that's why I think that I pushed so hard for this, and bodybuilding right now, because I feel like I have just like, like a window that I can just like squeeze into, just be like on one of those stages. I just
Yeah,
feel I can just feel it in my I feel it in my soul that this year is it. I it's something about this year that I just feel like I'm that more closer to it.
yeah. Because think about it, it's you're going from the Olympics to the Olympia.
Yeah.
And you we talked earlier that you have a plan. So what is your plan? You want to share your plan? I don't have a plan. I'm just a dog chasing cars.
It's my coach's plan. he's he's a mastermind behind everything. Yeah, so we're gonna go to Chicago Pros in July, and we're gonna do open women there and a masters. So those are the windows. We working extremely hard right now. Like you tell me, like, you know, he get really sentimental when it comes to me, but because he even though he's younger than me, he's always tell me like you got so much to offer, so much, and you work hard, and you deserve everything that you get, and we know when you go to that stage, you're gonna be in the first call out, but I want you to be able to taste some of what it feels like, to really be on that Olympia stage. And I know you can do it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he sounds like not his coach. Like, up against the left. He sounds more like your man, than your coach. He said he's younger, but hey, that old saying, the darker the berry, sweet as the juice. Yeah, those young cats, they be wanting to say like, they every this just say like every man likes a woman that's like their mama in a way, but not too much like their mama because you don't want to do that with your mama. So, but
yeah.
but yeah, but it's good to have that good relationship.
Yeah,
You know,
he's because that he's kind of hard, on people, hard, he's very straightforward, and he tells you things, and people will be like, oh, well, he's such a he's not a person that you can really talk to, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be sugar coated. I don't want nobody to give me anything that is going to be easy for me. I want to work for it. I want to be you. I want you to tell me things as it is, and tell me like, you need to get out there, and this is what you need to do, and you need to follow this, and this is how you're gonna get it. And ever since I've been following him, and I've been succeeding. I've never came home from a show not placing ever. So that goes to tell you, we always make at least top five, and now we getting higher and higher. So I know it's there for the taking. you know so we're gonna try Chicago, and we're gonna give it 110% everything that we got.
yeah, that's a good thing. That I think it's important to have that coach to set you in reality. Sometimes people like things be shoulda coated, but you know
Hmm.
what? It's best that you know. I gotta say, I can either tell you the ugly truth or a pretty lie. The pretty lie does not help you in the long run. A lot of these young competitors, they want everything, quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and I've said this before. Bodybuilding is a process that you have to understand, and then once you understand it, you trust it. And again, always people talking about it's about steroids. No, it's only like a very small factor to it. If you don't be consistent, if you don't be patient, if you don't be, persistent, you're not going to get as far. Like you can take all the gear you can take, but if you don't follow the diet, you don't train, you don't, rest, recovery, You're
Mm-hmm.
not going to be at the top level. Like I said again, when you made your comeback in 2023, you were top five
Mm-hmm.
at the Texas Pro, and uh, it's coming back. As you know, this time this year, I think last year was all 10. Would you like? You feel like you want to because you're right there in Texas, not too far.
Mm-hmm.
After Chicago, you feel you want to get back in that show, or just say, you know what? Because you say you want to spend more time with the grandbaby. Say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
The only way I can get back in another show is if I qualify for Tokyo, and then that would be it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what we want. I just want to. I right now I got tunnel vision, just for Chicago pros and Tokyo.
Yeah, that's thing is you keep focus on what you want. You eventually get it.
Yes.
Like I said
Yeah.
again, if you don't get the Olympic qualification, there's the Masters Olympic qualification, and the Masters Olympic qualification. If you win the Masters, that still gets you qualification
Mm-hmm.
for the Olympia. Because I know
Mm-hmm.
was it the year before it was 2023. I know Rashad Boswell won for women's bodybuilding. I think Jessica Reyes, who done 2030 series, she's already in the top three anyway. She done
Yes.
it, and also one girl I think she was from Brazil. No, was it? No. It was Evie Rain who did it. She won it last year. She won 2023, but Evie has retired. She's not competing because she's on the list, but she's decided she's not competing anymore. And you are thinking about your plans about exit strategy. You said you're still interested, even though you may not compete. You still want to be around, like working because working the stage and maybe working with clients. Do you think
Yeah.
about being a coach yourself since you're under the master Superman himself?
Yeah. 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 I have clients that I work with already and stuff. So I will be there.
Any clients competing, or just you have the
I had
regular?
one. I had one lady that did last year. Yeah. So hopefully I will go down that road to get a couple more when I don't have to even be thinking about myself, because sometimes when I get really drained, I just need to like eat and rest. So when that brain fog kicks in, and the carbs and stuff like that, you just want to
I,
you, you just want to find a spot that you can just like lean up against.
that I stories I've heard that prep brain. It be like you like Pookie New Jack City. You be calling my name, man. Be calling my name. Be like, can I have carbs? Can I have something for glucose for brain?
Yes,
You know,
yes,
it's that's the
yes.
tough part. People don't understand. It's a tough part because
That's
we
the
go.
that's the part that break you or make you. That's the part that a lot of people cannot withstand. You know. So it separate the man from the boy from the man, and the girl from the woman. That part right there.
Yeah, because people don't understand. When we go to the shows and we see our competitors on stage, you have these beautiful, amazing bodies. And she's talking about hard. As old Smoke saying, "Well, y'all ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard." But that's the situation. They don't understand that work you got to put in, the consistency, the diet. You're tired, you're dehydrated, you're angry, you're hungry. There's some women who say that sometimes this can really affect your mind, your mental state, your physical state.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
even if you are in your best shape, if the mind's not willing, the body's not going to go with it.
R- Exactly.
Yeah.
And I have a teammate, a good friend of mine that named Alicia. I always tell her, I said, this bodybuilding, prepping is not for the swift. It's not for the swift. Okay, this prepping is not something that you're gonna just like jump into, and you're gonna think that you're gonna get there like bam. No, because those little steps that you have to take, I'm telling you, it will make you or break you. Because I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like not today. I ain't going to train today because this body here ain't able. I'm burnt out physically and mentally, and I have to fight that. It's like you got the good angel here and the bad angel here, and the bad angel is getting the best of you, and then you really got to fight that good angel to just like, you know, to get in there and say dig down deep and go and get it. I'm telling you, because we're only human, and the human body, when it breaks down, it doesn't want to. It don't want to be in that breakdown stage, so it wants to fight back.
Kind of, it's remember the scene from Rocky Five where he's at the old Jim used to work with his trainer Mick, the late great Burgess Meredith, and Mick's talking to Rocky saying like this: "You ever get hurt? You're going down. You hear that little angel on your shoulder. He says, 'Get up, you son of a bitch.' Mickey loves you because you know what you have to really, if you want something bad enough, you'll push yourself, but then you're gonna
Yeah,
push yourself so far you can really hurt yourself more in the long run. We got
yeah.
here my man John Irwin says, respect and admiration. Oh wow, that's you got a fan here. So
Oh.
yeah, yeah. But as I said, guys, if you do want to support her, again, this is the link to her GoFundMe. And also, if you want to check it out, I'm gonna pull it up here for y'all to look at because you got this beautiful picture. It's like if you see it, guys, you get excited about. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful muscle. I mean, this is from the Texas Pro back in 2023. That was she was top five at that show. And
Yes.
and guys, like I said again, the link is in the description. You want to check it out. Support these ladies because, like I said, it's tough being both a mom, a woman, a bodybuilder. You got kids to take care of. You got a grandbaby now and you know what? That does help in the long run. But guys, don't be weird. I know you see a beautiful woman like Donna, you see that buff, beautiful body, you get you excited. But be smart about it. I know you guys out there. I'm one of you, but I'm not saying I'm not reformed. I still get excited about y'all ladies, just but I try to keep my urges to a certain level where it's very comfortable. So plan Chicago, plan for Master Olympia, and then if you get those shots, then you want to retire and just chill out and become a boss.
Yes, that's the plan. But my coach told me the other day, he like, I don't know, but I think you still got some left in you. I was like, we will talk about that later. But right now, let me let's just get through. Let's just get through Chicago, and we'll go from there.
Well, y'all been together for practically 11 years. That's almost marriage to some people. I know people that
Yeah,
ain't been
I
that long.
know, right?
So he knows you well. I mean,
Yes,
he knows
yes.
this is something I also actually ladies, especially, after that long prep and you have that, after the show. And is that thing that's calling you, especially you want to feel that glucose and that brain fort you have. What's that thing you wanted, Donna? What's that thing that I would say that will make you stranger, but yet it makes you stronger? Share
Yes, me, I am a trail nuts kind of girl.
trail nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You mean just little peanuts and chips and stuff like that?
Uh-huh. And I mean, it might sound like, oh, is that it? But I'm telling you, I can sit down and I can get me a whole bag of those, and I would just like, yeah, and I'd be okay.
Well, like I said, it's not one of the most unusual ones. One I think I just not a fan of is like I have ladies who say they love sushi. I'm sorry, I grew up poor, but I never been poor that I eat cold raw fish. My mom used to fry it or cook it or something like that. But everybody has their tastes. Everybody
Yeah.
has things they like, especially after a long prep and you're tired and you're hungry. I mean, I just
Mm-hmm.
watched one lady. I'm planning an interview maybe this weekend where she was at a place she was just eating and she was like sitting there like it's like it's like I think in her mind it was better than sex.
I'm telling you, some things that you just like, that you didn't have for a while, and when you just taste it, it's just like you just want to close your eyes and and put your head back like this, and just enjoy. just enjoy it to the max without anybody just bothering you. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to have your plate in front of you, have a good
Yeah.
time. If
Yeah.
like any of the kids in message, hey, stay away from mama. She's eating.
Mhm. Oh,
Don't bother.
they already know.
Yeah, yeah, they know better. They know better to
Hmm.
go through it. So, folks, we're not gonna hold Donna much longer, and we do appreciate the time she gives us her. And she knows she's planning to do Chicago Pro. I got a friend. He's going to be competing out there. He's men's open. He invited me to come out there. I said, I don't know. I'm not ready to get on no plane, but
Come
I
on.
would, I would, I would love to. Right now, I had a car in the shop and I was trying to get it fixed, but say I give up on it. So right now, I'm trying to save for a car because I would love to go to a show with me, some of you ladies. I was hoping to go
Yeah,
to.
that would be awesome.
I,
Yeah.
I I was hoping to go to Atlanta this year. My oldest niece stays in Atlanta. I would stay with her, but then the car was broke down. Then I said, you know what? The guy he's like, give me a run around. So you know what? Fuck that car. Excuse my language. I'm just
Hmm.
gonna just save some money to the side, get myself a car that I can rely on. But I would hoping maybe someday I get to go to the show. I got a GoFundMe in my on my IG where hey guys, you want to donate to me? Also, you see my links here. You want to donate to me? Help me out. I would love to go to shows, meet these ladies. I mean, it'd be great.
Yes.
I don't know if this is one thing. I think the last time you this is something. Like I said again, this is something as I quote from my other guy. If you get something, never do it for free. And this is something a while back. A friend of mine, she's also from Texas, named Eunice. She runs Bad Rap. She was
Hmm.
at the Olympia 2023, and she got me this.
Oh.
And what makes it special because it's the issue of muscle development. It's the last issue because they stopped printing them now. And what makes it so special was that, and this is why I keep doing this. This keeps motivating to talk to women like yourself because if someone like Andrea Shaw takes the time off and tells me she appreciates and supports me, this is what keeps me motivated. And when people like you reach
Yes.
out to me
Yeah.
and say, hey, I want to do another interview, I say, okay, you're welcome back. I mean, I enjoy talking to
Hmm.
you ladies because I respect y'all passion and commitment to the sport. And this is why I said, like, people out there, if you're interested in maybe sponsoring her, like I said again, the her GoFundMe is in the description here. Also, you can check her out, and if you get $10, $20. I know it's about the end of the month for some folks. I'm already about broke, so it's between bills and rent and everything else is shopping and grocery. But if you can do a little something to help her out, reach out in genuine interest. But don't be that weird guy. Say, hey Donna, you're that sexy island muscle girl. If I see a donation, wait, no, stop it. You sick freak. This is what you say. Say, Miss Jones, Mrs. Jones, we are particularly like your story, your passion, your faith. I think you're a lovely person. I think we would like to do is help you. If you want to achieve that Olympia dream, we are glad to help you on your way. All we want for you is to work with us and be an ambassador. Work with a product. If you like the product, if something that you think you can use or need in your process,
Right.
great. We got a great relationship. If not, then we understand. But we would like to see you be part of our company and also help to sponsor your next upcoming career as a bodybuilder.
Yes.
Yeah. So, folks, so she's laser focused on the Olympia. If
Hmm.
not, hey, there's always Texas. Hey, it doesn't hurt to give a little money because Sarah's gonna put up some good chunk of change on that one. But I would say stick to what you want and keep going and we move forward.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
thank you for having this platform for us also, so that we can come here and, and be heard, not only just be seen, but, just for people to just know us and know the everyday, stuff that we go through. Because like you said, the stage is one thing when they see us up there, but, you know, the everyday is is what is important also because we have those struggles, we have our family and all that other stuff, behind us that we have to do, that sometimes we even have to put things on the back burner, in order to get ahead, to reach this goal. So it's always good to for us to be also be heard, and the struggles, the everyday struggles that we go through, is we are people too. We are we are mothers. We are, well, I used to be a wife, but I'm just saying that we are needed by other people. And I feel sometimes like, that we are pulling so many different directions that we even get lost ourselves, you know. But to be able to share our stories here with you, and for other people to understand that, you know we love what we do, and we would appreciate it if, that if people can, see us not only as that muscular lady, but also a lady that a God that's true to to bodybuilding and my family and stuff. So I appreciate every last one of you guys out there, ladies that follow me, and that support me. And I do hope that you guys, support me some more. Send me to Chicago so we can, get a chance at Tokyo. I would appreciate that so 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 much. And maybe I can come back here and share it with George. Let you guys know, hey, because of you, I did it.
Like feel like you make feel like Adrian from the Rocky movies said, "Adrian, I did it, I did it." I feel like Rocky, you're my Rocky. But yeah, I'm glad to do. I'm not the only guy. I know you interview with man David Bryan over there. Feel about it forum. There's also
Hmm.
my
Yeah,
man KL. He also does interviews. You can't forget Female Embodiment Channel and several others. We this is why we do this because y'all ladies need a voice. No
yeah,
one's giving you opportunities to share your stories. And it's always
yeah.
going to be issues about women with muscle because of it's the muscle thing and and you try to
Hmm. Hmm.
But you are an athlete. You are a mother, grandmother. Yes, you are a wife. Well, your coach is your husband, so he might as well say that too.
I feel, yeah, sometimes, yeah. He
Yeah,
bossed me around so much. Yeah.
you're missing one little benefit out of it, but that's not important. But but it's good that you found your passion for something and
Yeah.
you are determined to see at your goals. Like say it like this. I'm gonna say this from my third man. That's Bernie Mac. He says like, if people don't like you, fuck them. Excuse my language. You're a church lady. But you should do what you do, and I wouldn't have to worry about anybody else. You want to shoot for the Olympia? That's great. If it's Master Olympia, that's also great. If it's just a show like Chicago, a show like Tampa, a show like you know Triple O, any of these shows that give the opportunity for y'all ladies, you should think
Yeah.
about it. We can't worry about people like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's his shit. That's his brand. Whatever you want to do, that's cool.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
y'all women deserve just as much respect. It's like that. I have one issue though. This new division fit model, excuse me. Ha.
Yeah.
I'm just feel like it's going to the long run. It's going to affect most definitely divisions like women's bodybuilding and physique because they're cutting shows here and there.
Yeah.
But we all know it's about money. It's a business still. It's about money. But y'all women, you deserve just as much respect, just as much opportunities. You know, I know everybody's paying attention to the board shorts and the Bahama hammocks and the TNA divisions, but y'all women in physique, figure, women's bodybuilding, y'all train hard. Y'all put in the work and
Hmm.
anything opportunities. I'm not saying you should get the same thing as the men because you're not. We all know it's not going to happen, but at
Right.
least something where which is worth your time and your
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have anybody want shot before I let you go, lovely lady?
Hmm.
You have anybody you want shot before I let you go?
Yes, of course. Chris Darby, uh, Alicia, uh, um, Macy, my coach. I mean, my opposing coach. Yeah, Macy. Um, Missy, one of my teammates, and all the beautiful people out there that support me at LA Fitness and Erica and stuff like that. Alicia, another Alicia, because I got so many of those. But my kids, my grandbaby, all my clients that love me so much, my church people from Eagle Heights, my pastor Randy Puckett that always stand behind me 110%. He's like a daddy to me also. And yeah, so thank you. And David, he's from we're gonna be doing an interview soon. Can't wait to do it with him. Uh next week I think We got another one, and yeah, all the massage guys that massage me, Roderick, Cedric. Oh yes. So
I feel like I feel
thank
like
you so much.
I feel like we should be like at the Oscars, like you hear the music
I
coming
know,
on.
right?
We
And
gotta
just
wrap
it's
it
just
up.
give me a time, give me a time, give me a time. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But you know what? It's good that you have those people in your corner. And
Yes.
that's what is important. You know, bodybuilding, people say it's a solo sport, but you have a team.
Mm-hmm.
If it's from Chris to Macy to Alicia to all the
Yes.
people that's involved,
Yeah.
that's your
Mm-hmm.
team. You know, it's not so
Yes.
much a solo sport. Yes,
Yeah.
you're on stage by yourself, but it was for them, you know, that got you to that stage. You need to
Mm-hmm.
be able to be able to
Yeah,
run that.
because you know we need a village. You know, bodybuilding is you need a village to take you there. You know, a village of people. So
Yeah.
I have a village of people, and some people might not even mention their name, but thank you every single soul that you know that have done that come into my life and supported me.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good, and it's good to have that village. Is good. So, folks, I
Yeah.
said again, if you want to support her, the links in the description is live. Also, here this is the link to her GoFundMe. So, if you're so interested in donating to, you know, I know it's the holiday weekend. You know, you probably spent your money on drinking and hooking up, whatever else. But hey, next month is the first of the month, so if you got a few bucks, put aside, that helps because it does help these ladies because it shows that
Yes.
we are here in the corner. I even, like I said, this in the month of me, I'm about broke, but I will know most definitely I will send a donation now. I will,
Hmm. I
just to say
appreciate
thank
it so
you. Not a
much.
not a
Yeah.
problem. So, folks, I'd like to thank my guest that was here, my brother, KLA, my brother, Executive 23, James, John Erwin, all who watch this video, follow, subscribe, support me. My channel is 7 years old today.
Woo!
7 years I've been doing this, and I'm
Awesome.
almost at 3,000 subscribers. I'm just
Wow.
about a few more away. I never done monetization. I put in the work. I don't, hey, I'm not gonna pay YouTube no money because I can't afford to pay you. I live on Social
Mhm.
Security. I'm broke, man. I'm broke. But I do appreciate the people that follow me and the people who support my content. And we support people like Donna, who has a dream and a focus and a goal. We want her to achieve her best. If not, do what you can with the time you have. Because like I said, she has a small window. Like I said, she's not getting any younger, but I think she can maybe push out. If Chris behind her, Superman, she probably
Yes.
push out one more year, maybe get that Olympic qualification.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
ma'am, again, I appreciate your time. Wish you all the best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much, and hopefully we can have some good news. And I'll be back here telling you thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, and you have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend.
All right, you too. Happy Memorial Day for everybody out there, and I hope you
Yes.
enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is your always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I am out. Good afternoon, good night. And also to you troops out there again, I want to say thank you for your service. I appreciate the sacrifice you've made as a citizen.
Yes. Bye.